Wolves played West Brom on Saturday morning. They lost 2-3. Very upsetting. I am so upset with the Wolves. What is going on? They can't get a victory. They've only had one victory since Raul Jimenez got hurt. And this seemed to be the game. West Brom, relegation team as of right now. And it's just nothing seems to be going the Wolves' way. Enough with the back four. I've been a strong proponent of the back four because I think we hit our peak with the back five. And I thought that we were a team that was ascending. So hitting our peak with the back five, I was under the impression that if we go to a back four, we could take that next step forward. But now we're not a team that's ascending, that's trying to take the next step. We're definitely a team that's descending and that's trying to stop the fall and turn it back around and go up. So because of that, we need to go back to the back five. That's tried and true. The back five right now that we're definitely on a skid, and it's an ugly one, and it might even lead to a relegation battle because the teams underneath us have a game in hand. So enough with the back four. We're not a team that could experiment, that could afford experimentation right now. We need to go back to what works. A back five. We're giving up too many goals. We can't keep a clean sheet to save our life. And we're not disciplined. That's another thing. We're giving up too many penalties. Bali coming back from injury. Penalty within the first 10 minutes. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? I'm barely waking up. The game was at 4:30 Western Pacific Standard Time. I live in San Francisco, so I had to wake up 4:30 in the morning, right before kickoff. Wake up, turn on the game. I'm still kind of waking up, trying to drink some water to really wake up. And Bali gives up a penalty before I'm fully awake or I'm fully there. And that wakes me up. That gets me upset. I'm like, really? Like, what are we doing? A penalty against West Brom. We're going to be chasing the game against West Brom. Like, come on. And then we come back. Silva gets his first open goal. Makes you feel good for the kid. You're like, all right, we're gonna win this. Bali gets a goal. We're like 2-1 going into halftime. The anger from the early penalty is kind of alleviated. Bali gets the goal. Bali gets the assist. So you're like, all right, I know you gave up the penalty, but you've made up for it. And in the first 10 minutes of the second half, we give up the equalizer on a long throw-in, and it just upsets you so much again. And you're still upset from that equalizer, and Connor Cody gives up another penalty, and you go down 3-2, and you can't even, as a Wolves fan, that might be the most mad I've ever been. Like, what are we doing? How are we doing this? How do we just keep giving goals away like that? Most of these goals that we're giving away, they're not earned through beautiful soccer or anything like that. We're just making dumb mistakes. We can't keep our marks on the long throwing. We're challenging too hard on these penalties where we shouldn't. The Bali one, it's West Brom. They're not known for scoring goals. They're not known for creating a lot of chances. Why are you challenging so hard on a player that has his back turned to the goal? And Connor Cody, you know how soft these penalties are being called. Why are you clashing feet with these strikers, with these forwards? It's just very upsetting. Connor Cody had subbed off. I think it's the first time he's been subbed off in the Premier League game under Nuno when we're not up. So it sends a message to the team that anybody could get subbed off. I do believe Connor Cody had been playing bad. He had been struggling. I don't know if I would have subbed him off because he's a captain, but it does send a message. And just Cutrone had a chance. He came into the game, a tough chance because it was off a volley, and he hit into the ground and it bounced over the goal. So didn't really have much after that. I think Silva had another chance that he didn't put away. We need people to score goals for us. We need to shore up that back four, go back to a back five. And I've been saying before this season started, I was saying that our center backs were our biggest weakness. I love Connor Cody. Bali's good. Size, I like him, but I think like if I would make a FIFA reference, their ratings are a 79 and an 80, around that range. Or they're cool, they're not bad, but they're not good. You need to really have a great center back down there to make up for maybe the other ones aren't so good. But if you have a really, really good one, it can make up for the other ones. And I just don't see any of that in our team. And Connor Cody, he's 26, I believe, so he could get better. I want to keep him. Bali, he's 29, 30. He is what he is. Size, he's 29, 30. He is what he is. Um, they did try to bring in Vallejo. He didn't work out. He was a younger player. Kilman, we'll see how he progresses. But I think we need to really get a center back that is stout and that could play off the ball. I mean, could play out, start the offense. I mean, we just need to go to back five. At this point, we don't have two good center backs to be playing a back four. We need a back five to have three center backs to be more secure in the back. Even if we're playing West Brom, as sad as that sounds, I feel like we should be able to play a back four against West Brom and see out the results and be secure in the back. But apparently we can't. We don't have the center backs to do it. We got to go back to a back five. And is Nuno on his way out? I don't want him to leave. I appreciate what he's done for the Wolves, and these are tough times. But there's rumors that he might want out, that he misses his family, that they're all in Portugal, that he hasn't seen them in a long time. So we'll see. Is he on his way out? And then there's rumors that his agent's looking for a new team for him. His body language wasn't the best. We haven't really had a victory in a long time. And he wasn't really coaching at the end of the game. He was just in the bench sitting down, kind of lamenting how the game had played out. Kind of looked like he had given up on the team or given up on the game, or he was just super frustrated. I don't know. There's also rumors that the board isn't backing him up, that they're not willing to spend money. So we'll see how this plays out. I hope we keep him. I still believe in Nuno. I appreciate what he's done to the team. He got the team promoted on his first season. He 2 7th-place finishes in the first 2 years in the Premier League since bringing back. And I appreciate what he's done. If this is it, I'm going to remember his time very, very successful. I'm not going to remember this season. I'm going to remember the 2 top 7 finishes, all the good moments that I enjoyed these last 2 years, from the first game against Everton to the last few games in the restart where we finished top 7 last season. But to getting to the FA Cup semifinals or going into Europa, I'm going to appreciate all of that. But if this is it, then it's time to move forward and see who would like to coach the Wolves. So we'll see. I hope he stays. But I do understand that if the board isn't backing him up, or if he misses his family, if he's checked out, if he's not there, then it is time to move on. But hopefully he stays, and hopefully he's able to turn this around. We have some tough matches coming up, so we'll see. Hopefully we don't really fall into that relegation battle. I think we have a way more talented team. Even without Raul Jimenez, player for player, we're better than the other teams fighting for relegation as of this moment. But who knows? It's a weird season with COVID and everything, so we'll see how it plays out. Hopefully the Wolves turn it around, but upsetting loss 2-3 to West Brom, and we move on.